Now we will move on to the final position prior to the break. So after the next one, we'll have a little break. So we have Public Relations Chair, and our candidate is Kim Nucum.
Hi, can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so hi guys, I'm Kim. This was my first year at SU as a transfer student, and it was really hard for me to adjust, but I was welcomed into UFC and I've gained a lot of meaningful friendships, and I would like to share and encourage others to join our family. As PR, I would want to implement more engaging marketing campaigns and meaningful connections across campus. As a digital design major, I have a lot of experience through marketing internships and freelance work, and after creating this year's UFC merch as PR, I would love to have the opportunity to continue to share our Filipino heritage pride through a club like UFC.
Thank you, Kim. So now begins our 3-minute Q&A submission time. Alrighty, well, we're still waiting for a few more questions. So if you haven't submitted it, please feel free to do so now. But we'll start off the Q&A with our current PR chair. So Cheryl.
Hello. So my question is, because of our current situation, UFC's online presence has become one of the main ways we engage members. What are some new ideas you have for utilizing online platforms to bring in new students next year?
So in past experience, I actually used to work as a student leader, and my job was to do promo, and I was in charge of the Instagram account, and I've learned like through that experience that instead of like a static photo, a video is much more effective because people are more likely to watch it versus just scrolling through it real fast. In addition to just Instagram stories as well, just instead of just a static photo, having a video instead. So that's something I would want to implement.
Alrighty, thank you. So first question from our alumni. What ways do you plan to collaborate with members on your board and general members to produce social media content for UFC?
So if I was trying to create like a promotional like material for a specific event, I would honestly work one-on-one with that specific officer in what their vision is for that event and how, how they envision it themselves and how I can kind of, I guess, uh, like present that in a way that they feel that it represents their event or fundraiser or whatever like community event it may be.
Alrighty, so our next question comes from our general membership. One part of PR is focusing on member recognition. What kinds of ideas do you have in terms of recognizing our members?
That's a good one. I think a good way to maybe, I know that we introduce all of the new officers every single year. So I think maybe a good way to kind of introduce gen members to not only to other general members who maybe they have never seen before is maybe just showcasing them like a specific student, either weekly or daily or somehow to get, like maybe someone could make a meeting and they see someone on social media that they've never seen before, to kind of connect that way.
Alrighty, and last question from our general membership. What are your ideas for PR campaigns that would be more inclusive of people with disabilities or accessibility issues?
So obviously not everyone uses social media, and I think a good way, if it's like maybe around campus, are those giant like table tent signs that you see sometimes, because people walk by those all the time. So maybe something that's in a bigger format that, maybe someone might see like on their way to class or walking home would be a good way to access information that they might not be able to get anywhere else.
Alrighty, well, thank you, Kim. That concludes our PR portion.